Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for my Libra collective. Any major Libra placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, keep in mind timing and energy is fluid. This reading could play out at any time. Likely when you're guided to watch it, there's going to be a message in here for you, but I do ask that you please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. All right, Libra. Let's jump in and see what kind of a message Spirit has in store for you. There's no time limit on this reading. It is timeless. So let's jump in with the tea leaf deck and see what needs to come through first. Parting of the ways. It kind of feels like you're parting ways with somebody, whether this was a romantic partnership or a business partnership. I kind of feel like something is coming to a close, something is coming to an end. And I think it's going to take a lot of hard work to get through this ending is what I'm feeling. So let's keep going here, Libra, and see what other messages need to come through for you. It's feeling very painful in the heart chakra, to be honest. So whether this was somebody that you've been with for a while, I do feel like this is a romantic partnership coming to a close. And I do feel you do have great worry over nothing. That is so interesting. When I turned on the laptop this morning, it was an image of a great big wall. So I feel there's been a wall or a misunderstanding between you, and that card actually come out. That's what I kept being shown this morning, knowing that I was going to be channeling your energies. So there's definitely a big wall or a misunderstanding between you and somebody that I feel are parting ways with. And maybe it's really time that you start paying attention to your health. Maybe you're struggling with some health issues, but I feel you're going through a period of great dissatisfaction with your life right now. And maybe you're not sure what the pathway is moving forward. But I feel maybe it's time to burn this bridge once and for all. And as you kind of part ways, this is where you learn to successfully overcome any problems and issues that have been arising in your life, especially if you're having some health issues. There's great worry over nothing. And let me reiterate, stress causes all kinds of health complications. So if you're stressed, riddled with anxiety, you're likely struggling with your health, you're likely going through a period of depression, dissatisfaction, and maybe it's time to do the hard work. I do think an exciting event is coming, or maybe it's just passed, but you know, reward for your merit for getting back in alignment will bring forward all kinds of rewards, all kinds of merit. So I do think this has been a very long journey, a very long physical or mental journey. And whatever is going on here, Libra, it's going to bring you all kinds of wisdom. So take from this experience the wisdom that is coming forward. I think good plans and hard work are going to bring forward assured success. Maybe it's time to make an announcement of some sort. And I do think you might be dealing with a younger man, likely somebody in their 30s or around that age, and maybe you've had pleasure with this friend before, but I don't think there's anything going to come from this situation. I think the wall's put in place, and it's kind of just time to part ways and to move beyond this stuckness. But let's keep going here, Libra. Oh my God, accusation. So maybe somebody's pointing the finger at you. I think get ready to be accused of something. I think the energy is very combative. I'm being shown the Five of Wands. So I do think this has been a struggle. Maybe you're missing this person, but I think you're in this very stuck place. The stuck card just come out. So that's just a confirmation of the stuckness that you've been in. And maybe you thought this was love, but I don't think it's love. The love wanted to flip out in reverse. So I think you're dealing with maybe a toxic trauma bond of some sort, and I think maybe you've cycled around through accusations several times over, and we still miss these karmic attachments when they're over. And I think you've recently been rejected, or you've recently rejected somebody, and I think this does hurt. Rejection is never fun, but you're dealing with some secrets here is what I feel, Libra. So somebody's definitely been hiding a secret from you. Maybe it's time to just put the past to bed, because you are being presented with a fresh start, a brand new opportunity to start with a clean slate. And you've resisted rejecting this partnership of some sort. I think you've worked on it for a long time, but it is definitely rooted in some unhealthy childhood patterns. And I think maybe it's time to address this whether there's addictions involved within this relationship, or it's an addictive pattern, a trauma bond like I talked about, something very unhealthy here, and you've resisted walking away. And so maybe you've recently been rejected by this person, but I kind of feel with patience and hard work, this is really going to be where you get yourself unstuck. And maybe somebody here has been wearing a mask, and I do feel you thought this was love, but I do feel it's kind of like a trauma bond coming through. Let's keep going here, Libra. Yeah, I think you've been feeling all alone, whether this is by your choice or the choice of somebody else. You are encouraged to spend some time alone and to get to know yourself. I do feel this is a very negative pattern that has, you know, showed up time and time again within your family lineage. And maybe this is a deep past life karmic relationship, and maybe this is the lifetime that you heal this wound once and for all. Maybe you're a nurse, I'm not sure, but I think maybe your calling is to be a healer. I think you're being asked to focus on your home, your household, your children, if you have any children. What can you take from this experience and bring forward some wisdom for humankind? I feel this was definitely a karmic contract. And it's kind of time to travel beyond this stuckness, to tap into your creative aspects when it comes to this ending. And through all endings do come new beginnings. Through the pain, we find our strength to keep going. So maybe this is, you know, a very eventful time for you. And maybe it is time to cross that bridge, to go in a new direction. I kind of feel you've been faithfully devoted to somebody, and they've not been reciprocating this love back to you. And maybe it's time to faithfully take care of yourself. It's time to take care of yourself. It kind of feels like you feel like you're being punished or something, or wrongfully or consequentially punished for some reason. I do feel this was a karmic imprisonment of some sort, and it's definitely an unrequited love situation. Another confirmation with that love in reverse. So, you know, maybe you're not able to be with the one who has your heart. And I do think you're dealing with a broken heart. And it's kind of time to recognize that this person just is not able to give you what it is that you deserve. And maybe it's time to step into some self-mastery. I think you've gone through thousands of lifetimes with this person, and this is the lifetime that you break these chains once and for all. Maybe you need to seek some guidance and some advice, but I think you're really guided to trust in your intuition. You know it's time to master this lesson. You know it's time to release this, because this has been a heavy burden on your heart, and it's kind of time to faithfully take care of yourself first and foremost. So I kind of feel somebody's been lashing out at you in some form. And this is a very unhealthy situation, and it really is time for you to travel towards your own ambitions and your own goals. You're dealing with a connection that's played into a lot of overindulgent behaviors. And I feel it's necessary at this time for you to find yourself, because I think you've lost yourself in this connection, and somebody's been hiding a secret life behind your back. And if you are a mother, you are encouraged to focus on your children and to be that example that you wish that you had in your life. Maybe it's time to step into future successes by achieving a higher education when it comes to your spiritual journey. Maybe it's time to earn a new degree, or, you know, venture towards a new area of study. But I feel you have a significant role this lifetime, and it's time to tap into your ancient origins. This was definitely a lustful, tempting contract. The desires of your heart have not been aligned with what this person can give you, and it's kind of time to say goodbye once and for all, because this really has created a deep lack inside of you. And I think you're dealing with, you know, somebody chained to something very toxic. So I do think you're angry. I think you're hurt. You're lashing out. You're likely going to have to go through all of the stages of grieving. When it comes to this situation, you're gonna want to control your reactions, especially any negative reactions when it comes to this situation. You are being asked to lead with love, regardless of the fact that it was returned to you or not. And a big, big lesson this lifetime, Libra, is to embrace self-worth. What unique qualities do you have that no one else possesses that you can bring forward? Do not let somebody that cannot reciprocate love to you keep you down. I do think you're missing this person. You might want to spend some time near the water. Let's jump in with some tarot. Yeah, I think something just recently broke apart or is about to break apart. It was definitely a foundation built on false pretenses. I feel a lot of aggressive Mars energy. I do think you're angry. I do think you're hurt. I do think light has recently been shed on something that's been unhealthy, that's been toxic. There's definitely something false burning to the ground, crumbling to the ground, and it was never ever going to be sustainable. And there's your energy, Libra. Justice. So it's kind of time to balance your head and your heart. I do think you've got a lot of love for this person, but there was lies here, there was secrets here, there was likely cheating here, thieving here of some sort. It's caused you a lot of heartbreak, and it's kept you stuck at the crossroads for quite some time, Libra. And maybe it's time to know your worth and know your value and to do the work to heal your heart, because you're definitely at the divine why. It's time to choose a new direction. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but I think the energy is asking you to really go within, to learn this lesson in its entirety so you don't repeat this cycle moving forward. So let's keep going here. There is a fresh start. There is a clean slate, and I do think something's recently crashed down very, very harshly. Okay, and that all wanted to come back out and stay out. So I guess we're keeping it out. The Tower. The Palace of Wands. So what can you take from this experience? To harness your inner masculine energy, to harness that inner visionary leader that I feel you have inside. Fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. It's kind of time for this karmic rebalancing. Something was not fair. Something was not just. Something was not right. And I feel your intuition, you thought your intuition was on point, but your intuition did not see all of the lying and the secrets and the thievings behind your back. Could be dealing with a Pisces. I think at one point in time, you saw this person as a lifetime partnership, as a lifetime love, and I don't think they can give you what it is that you need. It's really time to know your worth and value, to start nurturing yourself, to start building a foundation for yourself. Do you want to swallow the red pill and repeat a cycle, or do you want to walk through a new doorway? So I think you got a lot of inner reflection to do coming up here, Libra. It's time to go within, to really master this lesson, to harness your own masculine energies, whether you're a woman or a man, to start moving in a new direction. And it is through all of the pain that we experience in life that we can truly tap into our creative abilities. Aries energy, Aquarius energy. I feel the energy is very aggressive and very passionate, but it's definitely not healthy. It's definitely a lustful connection. And I think it was, maybe the sex was really good, but I don't think there was any emotions here. And the message from your higher self is once again, know your worth, know your value. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet, to be independent. Venus energy. So I feel this rebalancing when it comes to your inner masculine and your inner feminine. And I think, you're kind of encouraged to keep moving forward, to get grounded in your worth, to build that foundation for yourself. I think you're stepping into the single life for a while, and maybe this is where you master your connection to the spiritual realm. I do feel you're in connection to your guides and your angels with the doves on the card, and I do feel you're being pushed forward in a new direction. I don't think you see a new connection coming forward, but I think you got some work to do. Maybe 9 months of transformation up ahead. Could be dealing with a Gemini, more Virgo energy coming through. But it's really time to know your worth and your value and get centered in the heart space. You're definitely dealing with a player, somebody that's not able to commit to you. Fly-by-night kind of energy, coming in for a night of passion and then quickly departing. And I feel it's really time to put in those firm boundaries, to get rigorously honest with yourself about what is going on, because there were secrets here. I think you're dealing with an illusion of some sort, a romancer of some sort, more Pisces energy, Cancer energy, and I think some illusions have recently been shattered when it comes to somebody that's just not able to give you the commitment that I feel you desire, that you actually deserve. There's still secrets here, so it is time for you to do the hard work. Something definitely is coming to a dead stop. This might even be an emotional, angry outburst. You're dealing with somebody very childish, very abusive, very manipulative. Aries energy again, Cancer energy again. You keep putting in the work with something that isn't going to yield any growth or results. And so this Tower had to come in and put everything to a dead stop in order to get you to do the self-healing work. It's time to master your craft. It's time to really do the deep healing work. There's been some illumination, I think, with a Virgo or an Aries. This is a brand new beginning, and the 8 with the Ace does equal the 9. So I think it's really time to spend some time in solitude to heal from this betrayal. And I feel there's recently been that final nail in the coffin to put something to bed that's been a long-standing burden, in order for you to learn something new and to go in a new direction. This is a clean slate, and I don't think it feels good, but I feel recently the masks have fallen off, and there's been some harsh communication recently, and maybe this is part of your life force activation. When it comes to planting those seeds, for the future, more Virgo energy, going after your wish fulfillment. So I wouldn't spend too much time grieving this loss, Libra. I do think there's regret, there's pain, there's hurt. I think you thought this was your soulmate, and I think you're in the depths of some shadow aspects. I think maybe you were dealing with somebody that had many other options, several other options, and this really is a lesson in, birthing a brand new life, going after, your wish fulfillment, and really stepping on the healing path when it comes to knowing your worth and your value. And the Empress takes about 9 months to birth that new life. So I think over the next 9 months or so, it's really going to be doing this deep dive into what is your truth. Who are you authentically below the surface without any masks? Because as painful as this change is, it's fated, destined change, and it is change for the better. And I think there's a lot of nostalgia here. There's a lot of memories, likely somebody that you know and all the way back from childhood. But I don't think it's serving your higher purpose. And I feel it's kind of time to release this burden once and for all, and you've carried it for a long time. So let's see what's hidden below the surface for you, Libra. Yeah, I do think there's recently been a message delivered that you didn't want to hear, that you've been blocking the truth. There's been a recent huge release of a long-standing burden, and it's kind of time to make that conscious change. Right here, monkey. Right here, monkey. I got my peanut home again today. She's still not feeling well. So, yeah, I think you just recently received a message you didn't really want to hear, and I think it hurt. But this is a very strict lesson in learning your worth and your value and not living with the rose-colored glasses on. It's time to take the blinders off. You've not wanted to look at this. It's created all kinds of blocks, and it's time to rebalance this situation. I do think you got struck with Cupid's arrow in the heart, but this person didn't feel the same way. So what can you learn from this to find, your strength and your passion to keep moving forward? Because it's kind of time to take that first step in a new direction, to go towards everything you're manifesting. This person isn't able to give it to you, and it's caused a lot of stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, nightmares, and it's really time to heal this broken heart. And I think you've held on to this connection for a long time that you've really needed to walk away from, and it's created all kinds of challenges, all kinds of power struggles, all kinds of drama. It's kept you stuck in an old mindset, in a prison cell of your own making. And all you got to do is feed yourself love to break free. There is a brand new beginning in love here, Libra, but you're going to have to give that love to yourself. You're going to have to expand beyond this negative pattern. You're going to have to learn this lesson. You're going to have to break free from this nightmare, this illusion, and you're going to have to go through a period of healing. This situation has caused you all kinds of emotional stress and dissatisfaction, and it's time to rise above it. It's time to make peace with the past, to release something that really has not served you moving forward. It really is time to take that first step in a new direction, to consciously choose to take this lesson at face value and to move beyond this stuckness. So I do think this hurts, without a doubt. Overall outcome, we have the Moon and the High Priestess with the Death card. So this really is a part of your personal transformation. It's definitely over. It's dead. It's gone. It's not coming back from the dead. It's time to transform your life. Maybe this person served as a catalyst for your awakening journey. But there's definitely secrets here, a lot of major arcana, and maybe this is where you master your own high priestess capabilities. I think you're about to dive deep into the darkness, to the mysteries of who you are, to work on your craft, to work on your healing journey. I do feel there's still something hidden that you're not quite sure about, but it's time to embrace this transformation. There's quite a bit of major arcana, so this is universally driven change, and this will lead to a lot of abundance and a legacy for the future, but you're gonna have to leave this person out in the cold. Fives, 5-5. You're gonna have to grieve this ending, and I do think it's not going to be easy. I feel you've been feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that comes in, comes out, ghosts come back. There's not healthy communication here, and it's time for you to step into that Empress energy, Taurus, Libra. I do think you've had unconditional love for this person, but unconditional love does not equal unconditional tolerance for poor behavior. So I feel if you are to reap your harvest, it's time for you to sit in this truth, to heal from this ending as badly as it hurts, to expand beyond this, and to feed yourself the love that you give to everybody else. It's time to know your worth and your value. It's time to embrace this truth and to allow the wheel to spin you forward, no matter how much nostalgia there is in this connection. And I do think there's been a lot of love, I think, on your end, but it's not been reciprocated. And it's kind of time to let this die away and to heal your broken heart. And something is definitely being illuminated. I think at one point in time, you thought this was going to lead to a solid foundation, but I think it was a karmic cycle that you were needing to close out, stemming around some childhood patterns, some childhood wounding. And it's kind of time to block this person and to move forward and to find your strength and your determination to embrace a brand new journey. Take that fool's leap, leave the past baggage behind, because this was a very toxic contract. It had you chained to something very unhealthy, and it's kind of time to break free from this these chains, and to move in a new direction. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Leo, any of the fixed signs. I think grieve the ending, and it's going to hurt, but you are going to heal from this. So we'll get you a couple last messages from Spirit. Yeah, beware of the people and circumstances that have been put on your path that are serving as a testament of your will. Stay in that high vibration, and it's time to show the world how bright you can actually shine. Trust your intuition. I think you've known something's been fishy below the surface for quite some time, and maybe you played into fear. I'm not really sure, but this is where you learn to master your intuition, and you're gonna need to spend some quiet time in meditation as part of this healing journey. Now, either you've overstepped boundaries or this person has overstepped boundaries, but I feel like the final line in the sand has been drawn, and there's just gonna be no going back. It's time to move beyond this lesson. It's time to put in those healthy boundaries. And to, you know, if you're wondering if this person is coming back, I think the answer is no. And the universe has been trying to communicate with you through these signs and these synchronicities, Libra. And you got to note what you're thinking about when they appear. And staying in that positive thought process will bring amazing impacts and outcomes for your healing journey. I think it's really, really time to refocus your energy in a new direction. If you want to attain all of your goals and your achievements when it comes to foundations, you're going to have to meditate, and you're going to have to recenter yourself, and you're definitely going to have to take some time to reconnect with who you really are in your heart space. I think there's been a recent epiphany, and you are encouraged to journal about this energy as part of your healing journey. You're evolving beyond this lesson. You're learning a valuable life lesson, and sometimes we have a lot of difficult past karma to work through when it comes to soulmates from the past, and it's time to acknowledge this connection once and for all and to heal from it. Because I do think this was a karmic contract, and I think you are manifesting a divine partner, but this was not it. It's really time to heal the past once and for all. And whatever you've been through recently, Libra, it's only going to make you stronger. I think the worst is over, and this is where you pick yourself up off the floor and you find your determination to keep going and embracing the future. Try to stay in the present moment. I know it's hard when we go through these deep spiritual heartbreaks, but this is where you open up to who you really are on the inside. And everything always happens for a reason, and we might not understand why when it happens, But in hindsight, everything always comes full circle and makes sense. And that's what I got for you, Libra. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.